Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Okay, now there's actually been a weekly update this time, which means there it is, Lantern Sinclair. If I can get my 300 lunacy, I get to look at the notifications so that the notification doesn't show up and keep on bothering me. And, oh yeah, I got some thread from that stuff, that's cool. And I'm just gonna immediately do the daily extractions, because I'm only gonna do 3 of them, and then, unless I get super lucky. It's a 1% chance. I mean, I've got a 3% chance to get the ego without needing to use boxes. Effectively, because it's like 1.3% per extraction to get an ego. Oh, 2-star from Honglu, sure. Yep, sure was for Honglu. And here's the actual mean one. Okay. Oh, they didn't size this correctly. Oh, I see. It's the size of one of, like, the smaller banners, but the actual, like, main target banners are, like, taller than the other ones. So there's, like, white borders here because it's not large enough to fit the entire thing. That's a little silly. I assume this update had, like, barely any files in it. It took, like, 3 seconds to download. Well, we'll see if we get lucky on this one. It's possible. 1.3%? No? No? Okay, that's fine. Because I've already got 150 Sinclair shards. So I just need to go to my boxes and open like 125 of them. Which will take a second to get to that number, of course. And Sinclair. They're good. 250 exactly even. And if we go to standard fare ego, there it is. There he is. After, you know, it's taken a little bit of time, but we finally have. I don't know why I went to this menu. It's because of the notification, that's why. Ego for you. Which means everyone in the game now has Zayn, Tef, and he ego. Look at that. That's incredible. First things first. What is this? What is it gonna say here? Should've watched your steps in the blank. Woods. Okay. You could change this like should've watched your step in the alley if you want to, you know, accurate London experience. Don't know why I've been reverting to that joke a lot recently. Oh well. But look at the actual thing itself. I'm definitely thread spinning at the 3. I've got the red for it after all. And we'll see if I want to thread spin to 4 after that. Let's see, cost 1 lust, 2 pride, 4 gluttony. Interesting. Very gluttony focused then. Makes enough sense. A little bit of lust, a little bit of pride. That's interesting. And of course, passive. After being enemy that mainly targets this unit, heal 3% of max HP plus gluttony absolute resonance %. Yeah, it's not bad. Could be good for Mariachi Sinclair. But looking at it itself, okay, so it's 3 attack weight, but if he's at below half HP, it gains +1, so it becomes 4 attack weight. I think that makes it like the second 4 attack weight ego in the game. I feel like there's one other 4 attack weight, but that's all. I mean, it's 3 attack normally. And 3 rupture, heal 2 allies with the lowest HP by 12%. Okay, pretty nice for, you know, healing and stuff. And I don't have the Sinclair shards for this, but okay, this will make it so at less than half, he gains attack weight +2 when it's 15%, and the rupture's on hit. Hey, what does the corrosion do? Starts the unit with the most HP, inflicts a rupture count on tails hit, inflicts defense level down, and heals self by 50% of damage dealt, which is pretty good, that's for sure, for like a mass attack. I mean, this could be a really good way of healing himself up if he's low. Once again, Mariachi Sinclair. Shame Mariachi Sinclair can't, you know, reasonably fund this ego. I mean, what is it? I assume it's supposed to be like red sheet, is it? Yeah, red sheet. Definitely like kind of what you're supposed to pair it with. Mainly because, I guess because of the self-damage with Talisman and also, you know, Rupture. That's interesting. Well, give me a minute to figure out what's a good team to run with this, and then we will do the Mirror Dungeon too. Alright, the team has been built. Oh, that's the wrong button. No. That is Mirror Dungeon 2 hard. No, the team has been built. So now we take a look. The entire thing we're going for here is, being able to fund it, and also Rupture, of course. Starting with the Disc Fragment, because this makes us just gain resources from using Gluttony Egos. Which is good, because, this is a Gluttony Ego. Oh yeah, we'll take the bottom path here. But it looks so strange just seeing this. Wow. He's finally got it, the heat spot taken up. And, it's not, the most insane, but it'll be super good in certain circumstances. And, healing's always super good. 2 hours below HP by 12%. That's, significantly worse than Pursuance, but, it's on Sinclair, though, who's, actually got a decent identity. I mean, any way to lose sanity with Grip Sinclair can be super good. If Grip Sinclair can lose sanity while still, buffing his allies, that's super good in my books. Okay, we'll do something like this. Don't know how much I want to throw the actual Rupture guys on, because these two are here, but they've also only got a single Gluttony or are awful at actually funding the Ego. And we don't have the most Pride or Lust with this team. But that should be fine, because our main focus is the Gluttony, because it is 4 Gluttony. Which is, statistically speaking, quite a few. Alright, let's see. Oh, we got a lot of stuff for Gluttony Resonance. Oh yeah, because we get Talismans. Right. Or does Rupture gain Talisman? That's a funny one. Shouldn't matter too much. He's going for a skill 3 right here, which isn't going to do too much, of course. And his target did not have Rupture. Yeah. Oh well. We can go for it immediately. Let's just immediately go for the Corrosion. I don't see why not. We had our big Gluttony Resonance. We'll just show it off immediately. There's a decent chance. I didn't actually check to see if it was actually negative on Tails. I just kind of assumed it was. That is a normal attack. And because this is Mirror Dungeon... So he heals 100 there, yeah. He heals half the damage dealt. Oh god. What I was saying is, because it's Mirror Dungeon 2 hard, or because it's Mirror Dungeon 2 normal, we've got the Starlight reward to make it so we are going to heal up far too frequently to get below half enough. But if we do ever end up getting below half, that probably means Sinclair's been staggered. Honestly, could have been a good idea to go for, say, Mariachi Sinclair, for the sake of getting the most bite from our buck. But that's fine, I think. Begin event. This actually will help us if we do end up getting staggered. Step of surgery. This heals someone and reduces sanity, I think. Ugh. No one's actually got great chances of winning this. Otis has it though. There we go. You lose some sanity, that's fine. But we get the painkillers. In case things go wrong. Which they will, statistically speaking, in time. Now we should probably try getting Sinclair's sanity up a little bit so we can actually use the Awakening one, but it is super cool looking, that's for sure. Like most Sinclair egos, it seems to be very support-oriented. It seems like it might be very good at, getting Grip Sinclair solos, which is a really funny idea, but, if you're going solo Grip Sinclair, you're probably going to be able to get off enough attacks to get your sanity down super quick, then you corrode, and then you can heal yourself back up. And Grip Sinclair solo certainly is an idea. If Sinclair can have, survivability, then he'd be an insane threat, more so than he already is. I guess the one downside is... I don't know exactly how corroding works. He might corrode into his Tap Ego if you have his Tap Ego. And, now if you corrode Grip Sinclair with, Lantern, he might actually start attacking his allies, which wouldn't be great. The good thing is it's Rupture count on Corrosion, and there's only 3 of it, so it's really not going to be that big of a deal most of the time. Although it could be sometimes. Yeah, Ryoshi's the odd pick on this team. It's mainly just because she's the only other thing. She's the only unit other than Talisman Sinclair or base Ryoshu that actually has all three of the resources we need. It's a very specific combo and it isn't very common. 9 talismans, alright. So silly. Now we get to fight the boss though. After this short message, single coins get buffed. Anything that, yeah, there we go. This one we've got good chances on. I was going to scream. Not literally, but you know, mentally. We only had 5 sanity, so I realized my mistake after selecting her. But I was like, oh, she got 3 coins and she only needs 1 heads. We're set. When it was probably not the best chances. That's fine. All's well that ends well, you know? You still need more sanity. So we'll let you get more sanity. By winning some clashes, hopefully. Yeah, looks like he's winning. You winning, son? He is winning. And you can get more clashes off here, that's good. Favor dominating. Okay, that'll be good. It'd be really funny if we got thrilled this run, but I'm not expecting it. But it would be really funny. That's for sure. Yeah, Rupturing Talisman, get the kill. Don't gain sanity because this thing's low leveled, but you know, what could have been. That's fine. We're doing another resource. I guess we kind of gotta focus pride and stuff whenever we see it. And you know, in turns like this, we should probably just defend with the stuff that isn't luster pride. Just to make sure we get plenty of the resources we want. I don't think it matters too much, but it's a good idea. And I mean, we do have Gregor, and I really hope I brought Liger to main on him. I'm pretty sure I did. We do have the disc fragment, so Liger to main is effectively just a way to transform 3 gluttony in 1 slot into 3 of a random resource. So if we do want to, you know, to try gambling with that a little bit. Not even using it for the damage, god. So stupid. We'll take Sippo Lighter here. We don't need to have no damage, particularly. Would be good, though, don't get me wrong. Let's go straight across here. And we'll add you to the team now. Could be, I guess he's just technically better Rupture, but, don't think it matters that much. We don't have the best stuff for Rupture yet. Okay, plus time. Very nice. Ooh. When you're still so low sanity, he's having such a hard time winning clashes because he's so slow. And everything's like dead or staggered by the time he gets to attack them. And we just want a little more sanity. There's nothing reducing his sanity beyond, you know, the immediate Lantern. And like, we haven't been losing clashes with him. That's not why he's so such low sanity. He's just having a rough time of it. God, it's storming outside right now. Makes it a great time to just relax and limp out a little bit. You know? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. We get a couple gluttony here. Just a few. Oh yeah, we don't have Elo. We don't have her up type 4. I was like, do you have a gluttony defense? She probably does have a gluttony defense if we had her up type 4. Given how it's 7 association and they sure do love their gluttony. They're very gluttonous when it comes to their tea. Definitely an interesting kind of gluttony. Rest off. Anyone need it? Nope. Didn't really expect that. Or didn't really expect anyone to need it. I expected that result of... Yeah. There's no need to elaborate. I'm sure it was clear enough, and I do not think the elaboration is necessary. Okay. Now we gotta take down some of you guys. You guys are weak to Gluttony and Pierce. You're weak to Gluttony and Blunt. You guys are just weak to Blunt. I'll take it as Swirl on you is just a good idea. And Grease Chains on you is also just a very good idea. Break around one of these goons like that one, yeah. Excellent. You can Proliferating Talisman. That guy resists it, kind of. You can Field Command it. And then we can Predictive Analysis. This means the Pride guys aren't, you know, doing the most. That's a neutral, but you kind of need Sandy, so I'll take it. There you go. Like, once we get Thunder Branch, we'll be set for this run. You know that's how it is with Rupture teams. You get Thunder Branch, or, I mean, Thrill, too, but, you know, that's a little bit rarer. And, you know, the battery is also just a super good supplement, just to keep the Rupture potency super high. Connect the dots. What is that? Is it giving, like, more Rupture infliction to the unit with the highest HP, I think? I'm pretty sure 7 notices the unit with the highest HP, so that's what I'd assume. Alright, Maya, highest max HP inflicts more Rupture with skill effects when attacking with a target with damage type they're weak to. And another +1 if the target is also 7 association, which it is here. Not a bad... you don't have... she doesn't have a lot of Rupture, that's the issue. I don't know. Clean up that thing. Grind him that thing. We'll have to use a weak attack on you, that's fine. And then we just hit all these other guys with random baby attacks. We've got the Gluttony Resonance going for the damage. But we've got a lot of skill 1s this turn, so there's not much we can do against the staggered guys. I'd much rather focus on staggering the ones that aren't staggered than on finishing off the ones that are. It's really like a cycle. You kind of got to like rotate which units are being staggered and which ones aren't for the optimal experience. Probably. And cleanup kills, of course. Kurokuma Ryoshu is good. Suppress this guy, and then we're just gonna go around and like make sure all these things get finished off spectacularly. Did you die? No, okay. Then we do like that. And that should hopefully be good enough. Yeah, 7 HP, and we've got another attack going for that one. And we've got mostly strong attacks. The only not strong attack we're going for here is going on the guy that's at 7 HP. You're weak to this. Oh, you live. Oh. That's unfortunate. Not very significantly, but it means this fight's gonna take just ever so slightly longer. We gotta do this. We're just gonna kill with the Gluttony, though. There we go. Now, Sinclair's Sanity should be good now, so we can actually, like, pop the Uncorroded Lantern, the Awakening Lantern, on the boss. And what do we have for deck changing? Sinclair skill change. That's definitely good. We could give him another skill, too, probably, honestly. For more talismans? I do like that idea. Another skill 3 is not bad, though. Well, do we want any of these? Not particularly. We'll give you another skill 3, I think. Because if he's the person who always gets multiple speed slots, then he can build up a bunch of talismans, and then in his second slot, you know, use the Rupturing Talisman. Just inflict a bunch of talismans when he's got, like, more than 5, because then we won't have... If he's got multiple speed slots, then we're not going to have to worry about the whole thing of, like, oh, he's a... cringe. No. We don't have to worry about the whole thing where it's like, oh no, he's got too many talismans and they're all gone, he doesn't get the chance to inflict them. If we just gain a bunch of talismans on that turn, we should be good. Actually, you don't actually resist this. Oh, really? You resist the slash. Is it corroded 1 slash 2? Yeah. Well, we'll still pop it on you. Might as well. We'll do good damage here. Not great rupture, but good damage. I got the head, so that's good. Nice. And that healed our allies. Not that any of them needed healing, because none of them were damaged, but it would have if we needed healing. Did like no damage. Yeah, that's to be expected. We stagger this guy this turn if nothing else. And then we should be able to bring him to 1 HP next turn. Oh yeah. Clean up will do it, definitely. 147. Let's see, we want you to build up Talisman. We'll save Suppress. It's super good for our Rupture shenanigans. Yeah, you can go for this, and then you can go for... This and this. We don't want Trigger's passive, he's going for Proliferating Talismans. This way he'll get 3 Talismans for next turn. Which should be pretty good, if we can just get a little bit more. He doesn't have any Rupture anyways, so it actually didn't matter. Even if we did get the passive, he wouldn't have gotten far too many Talismans. 3 Talismans is always a good number to be at. And there we go. So now the plan is going to be hit the head with stuff that's good for Rupture. Yeah, this will be some good Rupture. The Proliferating Talisman's followed by Rupturing Talisman, I think. That should be very good for getting a bunch of Rupture stuff onto this guy. That can flash against one of these. That can flash against one of these. And then we suppress this. It's not great time for suppression, but it's something. Ugh. Neutrals. Why so many neutrals? I don't know why we're having such a hard time winning some of these clashes, but that's fine. We get hit a little bit, Sinclair gets hit. Ishmael gets hit. Sinclair being hit's fine. If he gets below half, we can, you know, get no benefit, because it doesn't actually matter if we get +1 attack weight against this guy. Yep, you're at 7 Talismans now, so Rupturing Talismans inflicts a bunch of Talismans. And then, it's not going to work out exactly how I'd like. It's going to run out of the Rupture potency, the Rupture count, before we actually inflict more Rupture count with Ishmael. Yeah. But those Talismans are definitely doing a great job, especially because he only actually gets 5 Talismans, even though Sinclair's at 7. So it's not quite enough for them to get removed. So as long as we just don't give it more Talismans, the head's just stuck with, you know, 5 Rupture on every hit. Okay, put much from that. Rupture. We don't have good Rupture count without Thunder Branch, though. We can also just kill it this turn, so we might as well. Yeah. That's fine. We've actually going for a lot of skilled ones this turn, so I'm kind of not feeling great about our chances of killing immediately here. But that's fine. Yeah, we can do it next turn. That'll suffice. We'll just have everyone go for the head. And that's all we need to do right now. Oh! Huh? Am I going insane? Did that look different for a second there? I don't know. I think it just kind of caught me off guard, because I don't think that's different than how it was, but it was changed like a few weeks back after all. How the passives work and stuff. Down goes the apple. But something about that just caught me off guard, and I don't know what. Okay. No Thunder Branch, that's fine. Bleed and defense level down. Bleed. Bleed. Doesn't really matter. It's all bleed stuff. Right's probably the best thing for straight up damage, but this is cool too, so I'm going with it. And we take top path. Right, we can add someone back to the team. Now, we removed that for solely so Sinclair got another skill slot, since that's super good for Talisman Sinclair. Just making sure his Talismans can do good work. You do kind of need sanity, though, so, get some sanity. Hopefully he will win that clash. I didn't see what he rolled because I got distracted by, of course, the entire lenticular swirl. But it looks like, yeah, he's winning. Okay, that'll be good. Yeah, back to 39. That's more or less max. And he gets his 3 talismans. The next turn he might be able to inflict a bunch of them. He's not going to get a chance to, but he's going to gain talismans. Not if we play it well. Like, if we do this, he's only going to gain a single talisman, I believe. Or his 5 plus rupture, gain 1 talisman. He won't even gain any. Yeah, no. Do we want that? I mean, I guess so. We could try taking this. Yeah, might as well, just to get the passive. Maybe you'll get more talismans. We just can't maintain rupture right now, so his talismans aren't, you know, doing great. Killed there, though. That's good. He's doing good damage. And there we go. And he had 7 talismans there, so he had a couple too many. But that's fine. This fight's Slash Week, so, you know, could be a good time for a little bit of a Lantern gaming. I got this is supposed to be a Lantern run, but I'm more so treating it like an actual like Talisman Sinclair oriented run. That's funny. Maybe do that. Fails, that's fine. That looks lame because it was a Tails roll. He healed 1 HP. Was he just missing 1 HP because of the talisman or something? And so he was one of the lowest HP. He's gonna heal himself with that, actually. Heal 2 allies with lowest HP. Oh, it doesn't say other allies, so he actually can heal himself with that. I guess that's the benefit. That's pretty good then. Because I don't think... Can pursuance target part? I feel like I've got mixed answers on that in the past, whether or not Mercel pursuance actually can be targeted on itself, but it specifies other allies, so I don't think it should be able to, even if it does. I don't think it does. Okay. There we go, nice. All dead. All done for. And now we get... Was it rest stop and something else in the shop, or is the shop here? Might have been the shop here, yeah. Faust skill... Oh, the battery, absolutely. It means you can't really afford a good Faust skill change. So we'd want another skill 3. Because that's the gluttony one. That's fine. Well, that means we've got even more rupture potency now, but we're still lacking on the rupture count. If that is the thing to keep in mind about Sinclair. His corroded lantern sure does inflict 3 rupture count on all its targets. Which isn't bad. And now that we've got the battery, he's actually going to gain a bunch of talismans from his passive always. Every single hit gives an additional talisman with his passive. And pretty much every single hit, then enemy's going to have rupture. Barring like when he attacks someone who hasn't been hit yet this fight. But that only happens occasionally. We had like a single proliferating talisman. And he would... No, not in this situation because he's going to kill that guy. But a single proliferating talisman is worth 6 talismans. Yeah, go for it. Why not? Get some rupture off. It's basically a damage increase for the turn. Yep, there's the 6. And yeah, you've got 8 now, so you're gonna take 8 damage. It's very minor damage to self. The main issue is the fact that you lose the talisman. It's not the self-damage. That's just like a minor inconvenience. Like, there's no way you're gonna get an insane amount of it. Fierce Weak, that's fine. Nico or Morel. We've got some Pierce on our team at least. I think a decent bit. Unfortunately, they resist Slash, so they resist Lantern, so it's not a good Lantern fight. It's a shame, because a good Lantern fight is always funny. Okay, let's see who you're going for. This guy. You can gain some charge code. I guess you do that, yeah. If we can stack Rupture on Nico, that would be good, but it's kind of down to chance. Could have like hit him with like an AEDD. That's always an option for the Rupture stacking. Then we need to hit him with Gloom attacks in particular. It isn't always the easiest to get off. We've got a fair bit of Gloom on our team though. So it's definitely doable. Neutral, but if this actually... We get a stupid amount of Rupture if that actually succeeds, so I'm gonna have Ishmael risk it for the biscuit. Ah, darn. I'd be fine with losing the first coin's the turn burst. It's actually losing the first coin's kind of optimal for, you know, keeping Rupture counts high. Not in that situation because he only had one Rupture count. But in all those situations it would be, since the first coin's kind of bad for the Rupture team. Hopeless. Oh, I see, you're paralyzed. That's fine, you can take a hit. You can even defend, too. Pretty safely. That'll make sure that we get our other attacks on Nico first, possibly. Oh, almost in sync there. Yeah, we're getting our other attacks on Nico to go first. It's not a lot, but you know, it theoretically could matter. Oh, he's got 6 paralysis thanks to Ryoshu, I think. So, I mean, he's already negative Sandy, but that just made sure that he didn't get a good roll. Very toxic. This will be wobbly. That is true, Nico. You've got such a way with words and a way with gambling. For some reason. Fair enough. Specifically online poker, was it? I don't remember. I don't actually remember the specifics of the gambling. Unfortunately, that's not really my expertise. I'm very ironically not a big fan of card games. Like the Ruina is the major exception. But it's just funny given how much of my personality has been built off of a card game that I'm not much to care for card games. We don't need resources. Lust is pretty good. We've only got a couple people with Lust. Big dot path here. Yeah, that's pretty good. We could honestly remove you from the team. We don't need the resources from you anymore, and this will make it so that it's a 50-50 whether or not Sinclair gets. That wasn't optimal. I meant to actually include Heathcliff if we were going to do that. That's fine. We still are on even footing in this fight, and this just means we're going to be able to get a bunch of speed slots for our highly ranked units. Okay, you get hit a little bit. That's fine because you're the tank. The wrong attack. There we go, and you can just one-sided this guy. That'll work. Actually, this probably would have been a good time for Lantern, huh? Since those 3 are weak to Gloom. So we could have just hit them all at once instead of going for the Rupturing Talisman. But I thought the Rupturing Talisman would be good, so I just kind of went with it without, you know, thinking of the whole theme of the video. I know, this isn't a good ego to build around. I think it's a good ego, but it's more so a good ego in, like, the kind of sense where, like, it'll be super good at, like, being support when need be. Stuff like, it'll probably be great in Refraction Railway for, you know, healing. For a pretty cheap cost, all things considered. Could have been a lot worse. Doesn't mean it's the best, but, not bad. Like, it's 7 resources in total for, you know, 12% healing for 2 people, 15% for 2 people if you actually up-die it. And, you know, gluttony is something that I definitely did. I think a lot of people had more gluttony than they knew what to do with in Mirror Dungeon 2. Or in Refraction Railway 2. So many 2s. Really isn't that many 2s. I'm overreacting a wee bit. Just an inch of it, though. We do that, that'll work. But that means it'll probably be something that, like, I think most people had issues with, I think, were Wrath and maybe Envy. I had issues with Envy, I think, and Gloom. Mainly Gloom. Those are all resources that you don't need to use for Lantern. So, you know, if you still haven't dealt with Refraction Railway 2, this Eco's probably going to be a really good choice for that. Especially because, like, Slash, Gluttony, there's quite a few things that are weak to Slash. Oh, Gluttony or Pierce inflicts defense level down. Oh, absolutely, jeez. That's convenient. Mighty convenient. Otis skill, Perversion, Smoke and Wires is Bleed, yeah. Milepost does not pay for itself because we only have one more floor. Perversion's not great. We get another skill 2. Your skill 2 is your good Rupture one, so we'll go with that. And then we'll save the rest for the final shop. And let me fix my team a little bit, because it's a little bit cursed right now. Your good Rupture. Actually, a pretty good Rupture count, too, that's the thing. So we'll have you second, then. You probably deserve it. We kind of want to not include you most of the time. We'll include you, like, now, for example, but not for Abnos, as I remember to remove you so that Sinclair can get a second speed slot, so we can do some Rupture stuff. Both with his Talismans and with his Ego. Like, probably, like, turn 1 Ego, turn 2, possibly, like, use a skill 2 and then a skill 3 if possible. Only, and if not, you know, maybe use a skill 1 into your Ego. Something like that's my basic idea for what the strategy is going to be when we get to, like, a actual, like, boss of this floor or something like that. Once again, this is another fight that's resistant to Slash, like most fights in this mirror dungeon. Some silly reason. Still really hoping to get Thunder Branch before the end of the run, but if not, oh well. I really should have rolled to start with that, but I wanted to go with the Disc Fragment because it synergizes so well with the Gluttony Egos. But, oh well. We're not really suffering as far as resources go because I'm not really spamming it that hard because Sinclair's sanity's been abysmal so far. Every time I use it, it takes like forever to get it back up. And I don't know why. I don't think they've changed sanity. I think it's just because Talisman Sinclair's slow. He's not even that slow though. He's 2 to 7, I think. Is that even right? It might be. I guess that does mean he gets low lows and high highs. Okay. This is a Slash weak fight. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, but the people you attack, you know, 2 of them aren't even weak to Slash. If you did go for it, might as well though. That's kind of the point of the run. I need to use it a couple more times, if nothing else. Not really using it to its fullest. Interesting. I guess that is true, that we could actually... If we go for like a second turn Lantern, enemies will probably all have Rupture on them by then, which means we'd actually be able to trigger the passive and just gain like 3 Talismans from using his Ego. It could be really good if we like turn 1, instead of going for an Ego turn 1, we used a skill 2 or something, got up to like 3 or so Talismans, and then turn 2 we could Ego into his skill 3, if he's got a skill 3 in the second slot. It's a little bit luck-based whether or not he gets his Ego in his skill 3 in his second slot. Even in his first slot's not bad though, that's the thing. If we can just, like, in an Abno encounter where we can actually possibly manipulate, you know, the order of things based on, you know, just clashing against higher speed enemies. I feel like usually enemies are low speed. So I don't know. Well, the Talisman Sinclair is cool because there's a lot of, like, theory crafts type stuff you can do for him, especially if he can get a second speed slot. Sure, we'll take Voodoo Doll, a little bit of extra damage, and it's fish time. I can never remember what Fish's weaknesses are. How does it feel about Slash and Gluttony? That's kind of the important part. I know its body parts are all, like, different for some reason. Very inconsistent across the entire fish. Okay, the left leg resists Gluttony. Oh, the right leg does too. And nothing resists slash. Okay, that's fine then. Let's see. But this is going last, actually. That's not bad, then. We can go for a lantern. We corrode it. Maybe. We'll think about it. We want to get high rupture stuff probably onto the body. No, let's do it on, like, right leg. Yeah, right leg should be good. We can go for, like, forensics should be decent. I don't know if it'll be enough, though. That's the thing. It inflicts 3 rupture count. If you grease chains, and then go for forensics, maybe? Something like that. Forensics doesn't win a clash, alright. Inflict rupture count, that's pretty good. What do you have? Inflict 3 rupture, that's not good. You clash with one of the other ones, like you're neutral, that'll be fine. What is this target? Like this? Okay, that'll work for me then. Wake rounds, that's fine. Do that on the tail. Take its attack. And then you clean up, like, the other leg, probably? Like that? Okay, this could work decently. I think we might run out of rupture on the arms. No. Oh, yeah, it's perfect, I think? Oh, no, it's gonna run out now. When we hit it with Otis, it's gonna run out of rupture count, because we just barely have that. If we had Thunder Branch, we'd be so good right now. But no, look at that. It was at 23 rupture for a slight moment. Well, we'll get a bunch of rupture count on the enemies with his ego. It'll be 3 rupture count on the left leg if we want to keep on going for that. Which we might as well. I don't like doing it on the body or the tail because they actually break and then you can't attack them anymore. Which is why I went for, a part that we really don't need to kill. Because of the fact that we can't break it fully. This fish should have watched its step in the woods. That's so true. What a foolish mistake. Now you're been surrounded by the big bird fluid. Also, you've got a lot of defense power down, jeez. Okay, let's see. You don't have a suppress. I'd really like if we could change Ishmael's deck a little bit. Profiling. This is awful. I think I need to uptype for it to be good rupture, I think. Something weird like that. 4 charge, inflict rupture, can equal to charge spent. Not really worth it. We can save that, maybe. And we might as well go for it, though. What part's currently doing the most on rupture? Right leg is, but we need to hit it with something that inflicts rupture before actually attacking it, so, chances not so good. To corrode 100%, that's fine. It's going for the body and the tail. That's actually not fine. Never mind, then. And we also forgot to remove someone from our team, so he didn't get the second speed slot here. See, what can we do here? We can keep on going for rupture, that's what. Why not? Things have fallen apart, unfortunately. Not quite going as well as I would have liked. But, like, not in the way where everyone's dying, just in the way that, like, the big number didn't succeed, just barely. Okay, that's rude. Luckily, it's not like we were relying on attack or anything, and let's grind him on the body, which is like barely any rupture count because he didn't have much charge to spend. He didn't spend any. Can't he spend? Does he actually need 4 charge to spend it all? It says spend up to 4 and like that many rupture count. You've also got 33 HP. All right. Yeah, no. You've got 33 HP. We are not dealing with your blood lasers. We're just killing you. You've lived for far too long thanks to our shenanigans. You're not getting your giant death ray. The only reason it was actually going for it is because we were mainly ignoring the body. If we just destroyed the body, it wouldn't have gotten a chance. More cost. Healing. We'll take more cost. Healing doesn't really matter for us. We don't really want the healing from that, because if we do get Sinclair almost dead, we get a stronger mass attack. Ooh. Sounds pretty optimal. Well, we go bottom path. We're kind of betting it all on this one shop having Thunder Branch. Or one of these events having Monkey Tree. So we can get Thunder Branch. That's the hope. And it's doable. You can corrode this. Why not, after all? He's low sanity already. What's the worst that can happen? True. And now they've been dragged over to you. Your delectable little feast, Sinclair. Very nice. So he gets his healing that he doesn't really need. Command of a coin also would be pretty cool here, I'd say. Forensics is super good if we can just get like a little bit of a rupture count. If the enemy has like 3 rupture count or something before forensic goes off, which is actually pretty exactly the amount we get from Corroded Lantern. So theory time. What's the boss this for? I should probably see if it's something good for us. I don't think there's anything that's bad for us particularly. I mean, really just Centipede's annoying, because Centipede's issue is, you know, you gotta win the clashes against him more so than you gotta do stupid amounts of damage to him. Although Centipede does give you an entire turn to set up, so Centipede's not bad. Entire turn to just stack as much rupture count as humanly possible. For a first turn, which isn't always the best for rupture count. Very long legs, interesting. Oh. Talisman bundle, that's rupture from like some attacks. Rich skill, body pack, melt spring, also bracing. There's literally nothing worth taking here. We're not even gonna use you. Why would I change your skills at all? That's fine. We'll heal everyone, I guess. Sure. We'll take bracelet. We'll take the melted spring. And we'll take phlebotomy. In fact, yeah, that's unfortunate. Not really anything good, that's fine. We just gotta focus on events and Abno fights from here on out, and the low chance we get Thunder Branch. It's low, but it's not impossible, so I'm gonna bet on it still. You know what they say, you know, 99% of gamblers quit right before hitting it big. And like, those are words to live by. Gluttony? No, probably not. Wait, the gap, or we could go for gluttony. We could see if it changes enough here. Nope, not enough to warrant it. Wait, the gap's bad here. You semi-resist it, not fully though. Like you see you... Oh no. You see this here at the bottom. That's you giving up, you know, on your gambling addiction. At the top, this is me. I'm gonna reach those diamonds, but you just barely missed out because, you know, you didn't keep on gambling. You gotta keep it up. Hopefully you weren't, you know, focusing on the gameplay. I was too busy focusing on the meme. Gambling's important, kids. Keep it up. I'm sure no one watching this is like an actual, like, impressionable young child. I really don't think, like, children have, like, the... attention span to watch this, even if they are, you know, somehow in this, despite, you know, the mature content and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know kids well enough. I really don't. Maybe this is like pop. Maybe I'm sure there's still plenty of people like 12-year-olds that play this game when they really shouldn't necessarily. It's not exactly the best move on their parts for their, you know, developing minds, but, you know, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of how it is. That's the thing. I'm not exactly one to say I know. Oh, I'm not one to know how to parent. Nor do I really feel qualified to talk about this for much at all. Let's stagger that guy at least. We did a bunch of rupturing. We love Rupture in this household. In this mousehold. We love cheese in this mousehold. Especially when it's in one of those weird, like, metal death traps. We love nice traps. Yeah, they're mostly staggered, that's good. We just hit them all with a bunch of attacks and they all perish and die in a horrible manner, I hope. That's the hope. Nice. Should be good. Yes, very much so. This should be good. And I don't think we kill the bottom right guy, because we're hitting him with this. He resists it. He resists Gloom. And it's only a 3-point attack, yeah. So this turn we have to finish you off. That's fine. Only one more fight, and then we're going to get our event. And, you know, that event's going to be Monkey Tree. And call it now. It has to be. Statistically, like, it's legally obligated to be, I think. That's how the law works. Sure. I'll take Blunt a week just so I don't feel tempted to do the Apno fight, because we've got better chances of getting Monkey Tree from the top than we do. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually. I was kind of questioning, I was like, is my logic making sense here? We're also Art of Blossoming Star. Because I want these things dead. But, like, because we take the bottom path, it's only a 70% chance we get an Ego Gift. And there's so many Ego Gifts without events than there are, you know, events. I think I phrased that wrong, but, you know, there's so many Ego Gifts that don't have events that can show up in the normal item pool. So if we go for an event itself, we've got better chances. These things are all super dead. I also don't know why I refer to people as things so often. I think it's, like, probably not like a sign of something wrong with me. That is not what I meant to say at all, but I had to roll with it. Okay, Monkey Tree? Oh, it's move Pet the Fox. I guess that's a good enough substitute. This will buff our coin power when we use mass attacks, and we'll use mass attacks, you know, occasionally, and we're removing you if we don't want you. You're not Rupture. We'll see just how funny we can do it on this guy, this Fairy Longlegs. But I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty funny. Immediately proliferating talismans, it's not a bad idea. Save the ego for next turn. Can't win any clashes. Did you want to hit this part with the Rupture stuff? Probably, right? Wrap up Clash Wind inflicts Rupture, that's pretty good. Clash Wind inflicts Rupture, that's pretty good. Inflict Rupture, that's pretty good. And then one more good Rupture thing. This works, there we go. We can suppress. Oh, we can suppress. Ooh. We can suppress. And we're gonna try proliferating talismans just randomly on the head. Just so we can stack that. Or no, we're not going to. We're just gonna corrode this immediately, honestly. Yeah, there we go. That's struggling because we didn't redirect that. I thought I did. Hopefully that doesn't, you know, turn out poorly. We'll just do this just to be sure. But, like, this will be a bunch of Rupture count, I'm fairly certain. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like it. Oh, it's only on tails, though. So this one, that's unfortunate. Well, that's fine. I think Faust goes next, which means Faust inflicts the Rupture before she attacks. Good damage, though, since he's weak to Slash. That's good, at least. Yeah, look at that. 2 right now. Otis it'll stay neutral for. We actually need to inflict something, though. Oh, that's unfortunate. This is awful. No, this is awful! Suppress ruins us! Ah, it was at 50, but then Suppress there was just one Rupture count short. If we got Hails there on Lantern, it would have been so much better. That's so sad. That's really sad. 100% corrosion? Yeah, I'd expect as much. You're kind of corroding right now. I'm corroding IRL. What part's actually doing good on rupture right now? The left arm is, okay. That makes sense. You know, we'll do our rupture stuff on that part. If we have any rupture stuff, huh? Rupture, inflict rupture. Nothing for rupture count. Yeah, we've used all our rupture count stuff, it seems. Let's grind him as something, I guess. We can take that. You'll have some talismans, but you won't have nearly enough. Yeah. You won't actually have any, because we don't have the gluttony going off right now. Well, this is unfortunate. We were close to greatness, but it just wasn't enough. We took a big light bite out of his clover, though. I'm sure he's not liking that. He's probably pretty mad about that. It's like a big chomp. And he's just missing like a chunk of his head. He's dead either way. It was still 2 turns, but you know, they were so close. If we had Thunder... Imagine how insane that would have been if we had Thunder Branch, though. I need to just learn, like, if I ever going for Rupture in the slightest, even the smallest bit, just take Thunder Branch. It's significantly better than anything else. Unless, you know, got Thrill, but that's rare. You do the most damage because you're the target, of course. With your egoing. Pretty cool, though. I really should probably... If I'm going to do that again, I really need to up-tie Lantern. Because if I up-tie it, I'm pretty sure the Rupture count's guaranteed instead of just only being on Tails. I believe that's what it said. Yeah, it's guaranteed. Ah, it would have been so much better. Now I know, though. Now I know. Next time I do, you know, a Rupture-oriented run, I'll probably try up-tying that. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. I'm super glad. It's super nice to... Oh god, I didn't mean to hit that button. It's super nice to just see this, though. The fact that he's gotten all his egos, and we are really ready on to start moving. We're ready to move on to VOVs now, which we will in roughly 2 months' time, with start of Season 3. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.